welcome back to my channel. Sorry if the first nursing content video was a little boring, but I definitely wanted, there's dog fur on my face. I definitely wanted to be methodical about what I was posting and when I was posting, so I'm hoping it helps somebody. I did kind of go through the pros and cons of the planner, but anyways, today I wanted to talk about my life in terms of food and exercise, is the only way I can put it. So when growing up, we're just going to dive right into me talking about it. Let me get a sip of water, it's going to dry. This is a Friends cup. One of my really good friends got it. I just need to show it real quick. It says the one where Shannon becomes an RN, and I think that's super cute. I love Friends, all things Friends. And I'm also wearing my Walt Disney t-shirt today, which I think is fitting because I'm doing a Disney run, hence the fitness. So I thought this was appropriate for the video. Moving on. So growing up, I'm the youngest. I have two older sisters. My mom was a coach, and we played sports growing up, pretty much from I think second or third grade is when I started playing basketball, team sports, and it wasn't just we ran plays. It wasn't just a swarming. It wasn't like soccer where they'd swarm the ball. Nowadays, that's late for the standards of getting your kids started and stuff. But this was the early 2000s, and I would often eat whatever it is I wanted to eat. And I remember very vividly, this was 4th, 5th grade, I'd come home from school and I would heat up chicken tenders and the Tyson's chicken tenders and have 3 or 4 of those, and then I'd have maybe chips or something. I'd have a side, and that would be a snack for me, and then I'd have dinner. And I'm looking back, I'm that was dinner. I don't know why I was eating that much. I had no business eating that much, but I was. So that contributed a lot to me being overweight. I ate whatever I wanted all the time, and I was pretty much sedentary. There were a couple times when I would be a little more mindful about my lunches and asking my parents for fruits and whole food snack type things, but I'm not putting this out there to say what a horrible job my parents did. I love my parents. I think they did the best they could. They are still taking care of me. So I'm not gonna say anything bad about them. This is just what my experience was growing up. And then enter junior high school, I played sports. I helped hold myself accountable. 7th grade was whenever I really started to lose all the baby fat and all that. And then enter high school, I played volleyball and basketball. I played volleyball, basketball in junior high, and I did track. By track, I was a shot put and disc thrower, but I barely. I think I placed one time in a meet, and that was it. But I tried to stay active as best I could. I also played club volleyball in those years as well. So I was doing stuff, but I was just always overweight, and I don't know the reason for it. I've never gotten any sort of genetic testing to figure out if I'm lacking in something, but that's not the point of it. Just continuing on, I was always a little bit bigger, and then in high school I did volleyball and powerlifting, is something that I loved doing. It was something I was really good at. I did powerlifting from freshman to senior year, and I went to state my senior year for my weight class. I won't get into my weight class, and I won't get into how well I did at state, but I made it, and that was the whole point. My freshman year, my goal, so I did a meet, and then I did the regional meet, which was supposed to qualify me to go to state, but I think I missed it by maybe 5 pounds that. Oh wait, no, the girl from my school beat me, and then she ended up getting disqualified at state because she was wearing two sports bras, which is cheating, but whatever. I still got to go. That's how I knew what had happened. But anyways, like I said, powerlifting was my thing. I loved it. It was something I was good at. I didn't really have to try super hard because I've always just been able to pack on muscle and lift pretty heavy. And then I quit volleyball my sophomore year after I got a concussion. There's a lot of contributing factors to it, but the big thing was I got in a concussion that season, and it kind of just put me behind. I still played club, which was outside of school, but I just kind of did it because I liked the sport. But the program itself was just kind of toxic for me. I didn't love it. The girls that I was in it, like, we weren't the closest. I felt closer with the people, like my high school best friend and I were the one, we did powerlifting junior, senior year together. And we actually went to state together. It was me, her, and then another one of my friends. And then I also did a little bit of tennis. So that's my like high school experience. Fast forward to college, I would exercise a couple times a week, be a little more mindful. But I didn't gain the freshman 15. It was more like the sophomore, junior 30 kind of thing. I was starting to pack on weight. Now I am, I don't know how many years out of high school I am, but now I, like, the exercises I know that I enjoy doing are weightlifting. I do enjoy running once I've gotten into the habit of it. So I would do the elliptical for like 45 minutes to an hour at the rec for like at least 3 to 4 times a week. I did really good that first semester. I didn't gain any weight, but I also didn't lose any weight. I think I was maintaining pretty good. I never really got into the party scene, which is a good thing. I didn't start drinking, like consuming alcohol until I was of legal drinking age, which here in America is 21. There are some people that go back and forth and they're like, yeah, I just started partying in college, and I didn't. After I turned 21, I would have like a glass of wine regularly, or have a 6-pack in the fridge, or some sort of liquor in my fridge. And I never really saw an issue with it, but but I've learned down the road, I don't necessarily like to have alcohol around just because it makes me gain weight. Really, like I feel like the second I have just like, if I have like just a cocktail or a glass of wine or a beer or something like that, it feels like it takes forever for my body to like shake it and for me to move on. And I know my metabolism is slow, and it's like, well, if you exercise, your metabolism will speed up. And it's like, yes, but also I don't see any benefit to drinking. Other than you're doing it to have a good time. And I'm not trying to pose this judgmentalness onto anyone, but I just don't see the physiological benefits of it. So it's like, if I am truly trying to make a lifestyle change and it's for my health, I just would rather just cut off drinking altogether. That's too much of a blanket statement. Cutting out drinking, that, because I can justify having like a glass of champagne because my friend is getting married or she's engaged. I don't know why both of those are wedding related, but it's just because my friend's wedding is coming up. So it's like that I can justify, but having a cocktail or going out with friends after a killer exam week, to me, I'm like, that's when you get into the party culture, and that's whenever it becomes unhealthy for me. I'm saying all this for me because like I said, it slows down my metabolism like crazy, and I just don't like the way I feel after. And so that brings us to today, right now. I am currently working to train towards running the Disney Half Marathon that's in February. And my way of choosing to go about it is by, like, right now, I am trying to eat as mindfully as possible. I am, for the days leading up to my friend getting married, I am doing more of a low carb ketogenic diet. Excuse me. And I don't want to say I'm promoting that, because I'm not showing you guys what I'm eating or telling you the calorie deficit or my macros or anything like that. I'm not going to promote it in that way, just because I think if you're choosing to do the ketogenic diet, you need to do it under the provision of some sort of healthcare provider. I am a nurse in training. I cannot give advice like that. I'm still in school. And so, anywho, I'm in like a week and a half into it right now. I feel good. Right now, I did battle the midday slump of wanting to just crash and take a nap, but I am feeling good. I'm noticing that I'm able to like hold in my stomach a little bit. When I look in the mirror, I feel like my face is a little bit thinner. For me, with my weight, like, I don't think my worth is tied up in my appearance, but I do know whenever I don't want to look at pictures of myself, especially in the wedding. It's my best friend's wedding, and I don't want to look at those pictures and never want to post them because I'm embarrassed of my size. And I honestly haven't felt that way since I was like a younger kid. And the biggest thing has been like my face. Like my double chin is probably my biggest insecurity, because even when I was like bigger in high school, I still had like a smaller face. And of course, looking back, I was probably like a size 12 to a 14. I was like mid-size. So it's like you get the mid-size, and now I'm definitely on the plus size of things. Shirts that used to swallow me now kind of fit me comfortably. But all that to say, that's just like a little bit into my journey of where I'm at right now. I don't want to, I will put in like a trigger warning before of things that I'm talking about, because I know some people don't like talking about these things, or it's just not good for them to hear. Like I didn't have a traumatic breakup that caused me to like start eating. I didn't have a crazy eating disorder. Actually, that's a lie. I would binge eat every once in a while, but it's not something I think I struggle with now. And it's never stuff that I'm saying. I've never like had professional help or anything to that nature of all the things that are out there. But if you are seriously struggling with getting on the right track, or like not knowing where to start, a good source would be to start and getting like a full physical, just to get your baseline. And that's where I guess I will touch a little bit on my first degree was exercise science, and so I did learn a lot about the physiological aspect of when you're exercising and eating, and what happens when you consume certain things, and what happens when you're sedentary. And so it's like I do have a little bit of background in that. I have my degree in that, but again, I never used it professionally. So you can go on and be like an exercise physiologist, and that would be a good person to start. For a while, I thought that's what I wanted to do, which, I mean, heck, I might go into that next. Who knows? I like what I'm doing now. I like learning about nursing and all that fun stuff, but that's still an option for me. But like I said, I am hoping to, my goal with this journey is to be able to run that half marathon. And if I can become like a healthier, if I can lose weight and become a healthier version of myself, I will feel like I've accomplished that goal. And I'm doing the actions to try to accomplish that, if that makes sense. I am taking the steps that I need to in order to accomplish that goal. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. I'm about, what's today? I'm about a week into this whole thing, but I'm already feeling a lot better than I was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, kind of thing. So that's where I'm at right now. That's all this video really is going to be. Starting next week, I'll have more interesting content to show you guys. I won't really be hitting the ground running until probably after the wedding. Right now, my focus has been getting my body moving, and that's been by walking my dog every day. And today I added a little bit of a core exercise to it, and I'm already feeling it. I'm like, wow, this is what happens when you don't do anything for several months. But that is where I'm at with things right now, and we're gonna progress and see how I go from here. If you liked this video, I'm sorry if it was kind of rambly and boring. It was literally just a sit down story time type video. But like I said, next week's video will be a lot more interesting. And I hope you guys appreciate it, and you like and subscribe and stick around to see what the next couple of months are gonna look like